average height?
Oh,
short A person. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you said you're a short person. I was like, that's fucked up.
Close enough.
That's also true.
Personal attacks. Personal attacks. Speaking of personal attacks, comes naturally. We are
Joe.
I'm Cody. Today we're joined by
Taj.
Oh, hey, buddy. How's everyone doing?
Oh, you know.
Oh, you know. Oh, you know.
Living.
Oh, don't you know? Right?
Living,
Or
yeah.
at least trying to.
That's something for sure.
It is.
This day and age, that's the most you can hope for.
It's true on so many levels.
Seriously.
Yep. Almost died on the freeway today.
Um,
Oh, yeah? What
Page
happened?
driving.
No.
Dad driving?
No, thank God.
We don't let that guy drive.
Yeah, we don't. We just give him one of those play school wheels and let him go to town. He can't tell the difference.
Sits in the back.
Yeah. Quit honking so much. No, you know, like on the 10 headed east, where that it's like 79th is that weird one that doesn't have an off ramp but it has an on ramp. That's on the side where the HOV lane is.
Yes, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I'm driving by that, and I'm not in the HOV lane. I'm in the fast lane would be, and this car is in the HOV lane, speeding like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Just going, bow. And this truck is coming down that ramp, and so this car thinks he's gonna fucking like get between me and that truck and be clear. Well, if I didn't slam on my brakes, I would have another car as part of my car right now.
Because he love you some congratulations, but I guess I shouldn't do that.
Barely missed me. And then he goes in front of me. Obviously, he didn't use a blinker too, so it was a dick move anyways. But then cuts in front of the truck. Yeah, cuts in front of the truck, almost hitting another car that had gotten in the lane in front of the truck before that guy did. And I was like, oh, this is fun. I love it already. I'm going to stay at my house forever.
For the rest of my life.
Yep. But anyways, that was fun. You know,
it doesn't sound like it was fun. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, well, you'd be correct.
That's why on my days off, I try and do as little driving as possible.
Yeah, man. It's a good call. It was a good call.
As much as I enjoy driving, people are fucking psychotics behind the wheel.
Yeah, they are unfun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's talk some news, fellas. There's lots of news to go over the last week or so. Actually, last couple days, really. I got a bunch of stuff we can talk about. I'll hit you with my best shot. Oh, there he went. First off, this is just some rapid fire bullshit, some other stuff we can talk about. But first ever Adult Swim con debuting virtually this July, where they're going to have basically returning July 23rd to Saturday. So basically, right, the 23rd through the 25th from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Will include special behind-the-scenes looks at Rick and Morty, presented by Pringles, and Robot Chicken featuring question and answer with cast and crew from both shows. A special Samurai Jack Battle Through Time gameplay session. Some stuff from Toonami. And I think there's like a special where is it at? Oh yeah. And then the first look at Look Who's Balking Robot Chicken Live, which will be like a retrospective of their coming up 10th season and 200th episode. I thought that was pretty interesting since there's no Comic-Con to be had this year, really.
Yeah, I'm still kind of waiting for because they're supposed to be doing live, but streaming Comic-Con stuff.
Yeah, Comic-Con
still,
at
right?
home. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. But I have yet to hear, is it going to be streamed on Comic-Con's website or
I believe they
what?
said.
Like even
I think they said YouTube on one of them. I saw something about it, but like, I know like Marvel Studios isn't gonna be part of it because I think they're doing their own thing come later this year. Like right
Shocker.
before Black Widow comes out.
which even this Adult Swim one, where is it streaming from?
I think it said on the TV as well as online somewhere. I don't remember if it said it or not.
Online, Adult Swim, IGTV. Jesus Christ, there's some sort of ad that's causing this website to just fucking freak out.
Good.
Don't blame
IG.com?
shitty internet on the ad.
Oh, he can blame it whatever he wants.
I will blame whatever I want,
See?
wherever I want, on whoever I want.
Boom. Got him.
It doesn't mean it's going to be correct.
It's very true. Very true. Very true.
But yeah, that sounds cool. I'll probably totally forget about it.
Yeah, me too. I'll watch it after
to
the
be
fact, I'm
honest,
sure.
yeah. Exactly, yeah. I'm especially interested in seeing, is Samurai Jack Battle Through Time that's a game? Never
Yeah.
even heard of it.
Yeah, it's a game. Oh, so okay. So the Adult Swim IGTV, that's Instagram television. That's through their Instagram account.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
So I'll watch those when those pop up on YouTube for sure.
Yeah, because there's no way I'm watching that on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, Instagram has feelings.
Yeah, we don't care about
That's
their
off the
feelings
old
though.
password and try and remember that. Fuck that.
Yeah, right?
Besides, I would want to watch it on something, with a bigger screen.
Yeah. This isn't Quibi. What's wrong with you people?
Yeah, I was going to say, what is this,
Oh,
Quibi?
Jesus.
Haha, got him.
I still can't believe that they thought that service would be any good.
Good, I fucking
Like I
idea.
get it,
thought,
you have a bunch of name brand actors behind doing these little 10-minute shorts, and I get the idea behind it. People watch their phones all the time. Yeah, but when you're really consuming content like that, people, at least in my experience, like bigger screens.
Yeah, laptops and fucking tablets and stuff. Not a fucking phone.
Not a damn phone.
Yeah, they want their quick bullshit like TikTok and stuff on their phones, but if you want actual if you're watching
like 6 seconds or whatever that
yeah, exactly.
is.
That's what she said.
I'm sorry, Taj.
That's all right.
Best 6 seconds of her life though.
Boom.
Got her. But yeah, no, I mean, I agree with you. There's a lot to be wanted when it comes to that because, you have, I get they want to try to reach people in a different way, but it's that's not the content you want on your phone that way. You know what I mean? Nothing that's going to be a story-driven anything. Even if they're 10-minute episodes, I don't want to have to try to focus on storytelling through 10 minutes on a a large iPhone screen or something like that.
Yeah, and I kind of get thinking about it real quick here. You're kind of competing with YouTube at that point because a lot of the more mainstream YouTube, and I'm thinking the Good Mythical Morning stuff and those type of things that are popular on YouTube. A lot of those are 10, 15 minutes long.
Yep.
But like you said, they're not story driven. They're just something to kind of watch without even necessarily having to pay attention to.
Yeah. I don't want to say they're disposable media, but they're less of a important, they're not trying to convey anything other than just the entertainment for 10, 15, 20 minutes versus a Code 8 show about, real life things based in a sci-fi world. That's not really going to do anything for fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're going to waste all that money and time and effort on something that's going to be on a phone screen that you can't really tell if it looks good or not because it's on a fucking phone screen.
That's the Scorsese syndrome, that he's not going to make something for a service that can because you don't know how to make something for something so small. Why put so much time and effort and whatnot into something like that?
Yeah.
Speaking of Quibi, looks like they unveiled a new trailer for Anna Kendrick's new show on there.
Dummy.
Lead Dummy?
No, it's supposed to be Andrew Kendrick led Dummy. The show's called Dummy. She's the lead in it.
Dummy.
Yeah, so she leads the show. So led. It's a terrible way of putting it, especially with a hyphen.
It is a terrible way of putting that.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, all right, well, whatever. Since you're clearly looking at the same stuff I am, did you see that Leigh Whannell is in talks to maybe co-write and direct the Ryan Gosling Wolfman movie at Universal?
I saw the title. I didn't get to that one yet. I didn't know that there was. Is this still the continuation of the dark universe that they're trying to do?
This is not a continuation. It's just another stab at it. It's gonna go along with the. It's gonna. So it's not has to do. It doesn't have to do with Tom Cruise's Mummy and that. It's gonna have to do more with Invisible Man. Like that kind of world, and which is cool because Leigh Whannell is the one that did Invisible Man,
which was a dope movie.
Yeah, so I mean, it's I think it's a good idea to do that, but I don't know if they're gonna be a shared universe or the fact that just Universal has both properties, and if it works out, it works out. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? But it's interesting.
Know what you're saying.
It's interesting that it's not. I should say it's actually smart since he did so well on I think they said like a pretty meager budget for Invisible Man, grossed over like $500 million, I think, if I remember correctly. Let's look it up, shall we?
Damn, that's a lot of money for that movie.
Yeah, it did real well, and it didn't hurt that when it hit digital services, it like was top on like all the services, because remember that was one of the first 3 movies that kind of hit that all still in theaters if you can get to a theater during the pandemic movies. Along with The Hunt and Emma, I believe was the other one.
Emma.
The Hunt, right?
The Invisible Man and like what? Oh shit!
It was The Hunt, right?
Was it The Hunt?
I want to say it was The Hunt.
No, I think you're right. Or it was yeah. I think you're right. I was gonna say it was the Vin Diesel shitty thing, but no, I think you're right. It's not.
Yeah, I believe. At least I think that was the one. Let's see here. The Invisible Man. This movie right here. So on a budget of okay. So box office. So where'd it go? So budget for the movie was $7 million. The box office. Now this is just box office. This is just in theaters for the month. Apparently, month and a half it was in theaters. It was $129.4 million, and then later, where'd it go? Did another. Where'd it go? 320,000 something or other. Where'd it go? I just had it up there and I moved this page over. Anyways, it ended up grossing after release on digital like almost $500 million. Have
you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times.
I mean, it's good.
Yeah, no, it's real good.
I've been meaning to watch it because it's streaming, but I haven't yet.
Yeah, and I think it's even got like, not that we care about critical response, but I think it actually got
91 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, see, yeah. So does it say what the fan one is on that? I think it was actually
not on this one. Hold on,
slightly lower than that, but somewhere around that same thing.
88.
88, yeah. So that's a pretty good sign when those two numbers are very close to each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's interesting to see what they do with that. With if he tries to, obviously he did like more of a twisty take on an Invisible Man, but it'd be nice to see what he can do with the Wolfman, especially with a very big name and attached to it.
Yeah,
and I see a little person walking into frame. Or Taj grew hair and shorter.
Yeah, I shrunk.
Oh, no, there's his shoulder.
Curly hair.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Hello, little one.
Hi.
Nope.
Say hi.
Nope.
No.
Doesn't want to do that. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
I'm about to say she does not want to say hi.
Now she's opened up. She won't shut up.
Oh, great. Good job, Tosh.
Thanks, buddy.
So that was the Wolfman news I saw. It was pretty cool. I think should be fun. And he's still in talks, so it's not a guarantee that he's going to do it, but I would suspect he's probably going to do it.
Right.
speaking also of Universal, they set new release dates for Candyman, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends, which is the third movie in the new trilogy of Halloween movies.
So I don't know anything about Halloween Kills or Halloween Ends. Are they? That's the Halloween series, right?
Yeah, so last year when they released Halloween, which is the sequel reboot, it's not even a reboot, it's literally just a sequel to Halloween. Basically, it takes place after Halloween, the original Halloween from back in the day with way back, and I believe it erases everything after. I think it's just Halloween, and then this new Halloween, and then these two. But it's basically a sequel to that, a direct sequel to the newest version of the newest Halloween movie.
Written by Danny McBride.
And then they expect to release the sequel in the same year?
No. So if you look at it again, so basically Halloween Kills was originally supposed to be released on October 16th of this year, but now it's been moved to Friday, October 15th, 2021, which was originally going to be the release date of Halloween Ends, which has now been pushed back to October 14th of 2022.
Okay, so it's not like they were already in production of Halloween Ends.
Yeah.
Had already finished Halloween Kills.
Yep.
Well, they finished Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
With the expectation of releasing this. Okay, I got it now.
Yeah. So there, Blumhouse, which co-produced this movie, shocker, I know.
I'm okay if they just produce all horror movies.
Yeah, me too. They're fucking fantastic at it. I mean, Upgrade alone is well worth the bill. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the Halloween Ends, which is now taking the spot on October 14th, 2022, was originally a previously unannounced or untitled Blumhouse production as well. We don't know what that is just yet, but that's it. It took that place, so that's going to move to another date too. But then Candyman is moving from September 25th, 2020 to Friday, October 16th, 2020. Because of
just a couple weeks.
Yeah. And then The Purge Forever was supposed to release on July 9th, or is now being released on July 9th, 2021, because I think it was around, I don't think it was supposed to be this year. I think it was supposed to be the beginning of next year, but the shuffle, moved it around or whatever. But
right.
I'm just glad we might still be able to see Candyman this year.
That is my hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would hope one way or another that it's going to be coming out this year. If they can't get it into theaters, at least put it on streaming.
Yeah, give us something, you know what I mean? Not mean, dog.
You can't just keep pushing shit back. You eventually have to release it.
Yeah. Yeah,
always, but I mean, they still have the control. If they're really wanting to box office it, they can hold out. Stupidly, but they could hold out.
Yeah, plus it seems like a movie that you really should see in the theaters. It's like one of those
definitely
ones. But I mean, like if I got the chance,
for all the trailers that I fucking keep seeing on YouTube.
Jesus Christ, I've never stopped so many YouTube videos in my life. Just waiting for that skip one, and you get one that every now and then you can't skip. You're like, fuck it, stop. I'm not gonna watch this, and I'll restart it. Hopefully, I won't get that goddamn trailer again.
Well, luckily, I've been just getting the ones that allow you to skip after 15 seconds. So I see 15 seconds of the movie and skip, and it's like I've seen 15 seconds too many.
Yeah, I've seen 30 seconds too many.
Yeah. Still don't know what's going on in that movie.
Yeah, I don't care. I'll find out when I watch it. Speaking of which, wasn't there I had an article pulled up for Tenet, didn't I?
I hope not.
Release date was pushed again?
No. It says August 12th here.
I saw it. Where'd it go? This says August 12th. I thought, maybe that's just the press release update, I guess, was giving it that August 12th one. Whatever. So we're like a month away from it. Again. But, whatevs. Don't care. Gonna watch it.
Right.
After some debate. Yeah, the last date they list on here is the 12th, so hopefully that'll be the time I get to go see it in a theater with 12 people in it.
Right.
And half those 12 people are my friends.
I'll go see anything in theaters right now.
Yeah, right? Not without my hazmat suit.
Right.
Or a drive-in.
Because that's the other thing that's going to suck right now in theaters. That even if you do go, are you going to buy popcorn and soda and whatnot and sit there, removing a mask and putting it back on every time you want to eat some popcorn?
No.
Exactly. It ruins the experience.
I'm going to get one of those beer hats and have my drink in that with the straw going down. I'll feed that into my mask.
At least we know it won't be beer.
Well, yeah, but it's a beer hat, like how else to describe it.
I know what you mean.
Have that go in there, and then I'll just drink my drink, and then shovel popcorn down to the front of my mask, so it gets like a little feeder into my mouth. You know what I mean? That's how I'll do it. Still wearing a mask.
It's like one of those horse oat feet.
Yeah,
things.
man. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'll even wear blinders. Fuck it.
Bavarian nuts.
Yeah, man. I'll just wear some blinders so I don't have to see anybody around me.
Can't see them, they don't exist.
That's right. Fuck them.
Right?
I don't care about other people. I don't know why I had this article pulled up other than the fact that I had Christopher Lloyd and Sean Astin in it. A movie called Man and Witch. I think I just gravitated toward it because it had Sean Astin and Christopher Lloyd in it.
Fair enough.
A heartwarming homage to the lo-fi fantasy films of the 80s.
Yeah, I see that.
A comic adventure that both fulfills and subverts the expectations of what a fantasy universe can be.
Speaking of fantasy universes, when's the last time you guys watched Stardust?
Been a long time.
I'm wondering if Joe's actually ever seen it.
I don't know if I have. I'd have to look it up.
Based on the Neil Gaiman book of the same name. Because I
read the book.
I hadn't read it.
I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, I haven't read the book.
I read it actually 4 months ago.
Oh, there you
something
go.
Like that.
It's on my to read list along with 9,000 other things, including Ready Player 2, which we'll talk about later. But I was looking for something to watch the other night, and I was like, well, what does Netflix have for me that I haven't seen already or in a long time? And I was like, oh, what's popular? And it's like, Stardust is popular. I was like, fuck it, I'll watch it. I haven't seen it in a while. I forgot how much I like that movie. Like, I don't know if it's any, like, compared to the source material, but it's just a fun, like, fantasy movie. Like, it's interesting. Plus, the only character that really bothers me is Robert De Niro's Captain Shakespeare. Because it's like, he doesn't fit along with everybody else because everyone else speaks in, like, an English accent, and he's just, like, speaks like him. And I was like, all right,
Who did he play?
Captain Shakespeare. Which, again, I don't know if that's the name. The Air Pirate?
The Air Pirate, yeah. I don't remember the name.
Yeah.
From there. I don't really remember any of the names of the actual characters or anything. The book was okay. It was a very straightforward fantasy story to me.
I mean, that's how the movie is, too. So, I mean, it might be the same. But I just remember, I forgot how many people are actually in that, like, of well-known now. Like, Charlie Cox plays the main character, so that's Daredevil, the newest Daredevil. Henry Cavill's in it.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's like...
Claire Danes
is in
Miller, it. Ricky Gervais.
Yep.
Peter O'Toole, Michelle Pfeiffer,
Yep.
Robert De Niro, like you said. It's even directed by Matthew Vaughn.
Yep.
It's a great lineup.
Yeah, man, it's a stellar cast, and they're all really good in it. Like I said, it's not that I don't like Robert De Niro and I don't like him as an actor and like that. It's just his characterization, he didn't speak with any kind of English accent, but everybody else did. Even his entire crew did. And I was like, well, it seems really oddly placed, especially since he's supposed to be this well-known and feared air pirate. But, whatever. Didn't take away from it. I just thought it was weird that he was so not like everybody else. And the fact that, I forgot how violent that movie was. But they get away from it because everybody who gets killed, air quotes, spoilers, is from Beyond the Wall. So they're the fantasy characters, and they have different colored blood. So, when one of the princes gets his throat cut, you see him, and it's greenish blood instead of red blood. And I was like, well, that's an interesting way of getting around being it, because he literally gets his throat cut on screen.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, that's violent, but then
happening in the book.
It's all green. And I was like, well, there you go. It's not real blood, so it can't be human, so we don't have to worry about it.
That's how you get your, what rating was this?
PG-13, I'm sure.
PG-13?
Yeah. There wasn't enough in it to make it rated R, and if they did, they were, I don't know what they were smoking.
I was just wondering, PG or PG-13?
PG-13, because it had some sexual
Yeah.
and some undertones in it.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. And the fact that Robert De Niro's character is a cross-dresser.
Really?
Yeah. Again, I don't know about the book, but in the movie.
Because now I have to go back. You're sitting there, and I'm reading through the Wikipedia page on it too, and it talks about the pirates. And I don't recall them being pirates in the book. I recall them just being like merchants.
Yeah, it's weird because in the movie, other than the fact you see them harnessing lightning, all outward appearance is classic pirate. They all have swords, and at one point they brandish them on people, and it's they are fighting soldiers that the prince brings with him, and they're pirates. And I was like, they're pirates. There's no way around saying they're pirates.
I'm 90% sure none of that happens in the book.
Yeah,
they literally get rescued by these guys because they end up on a cloud. I can't remember how, but somehow they end up on a cloud. The main characters.
Yep.
And they're rescued by these guys, and it's literally just they're merchants. They're heading somewhere, because most of the book is about him trying to find the falling star.
Yep.
To give back to this girl that promised to marry him if he could get the star.
Yep.
Turns out the star is an actual being.
Yep.
That he's still, awfully enough, trying to get her back to his village.
Yep.
So that he can claim her to marry the other girl.
Yeah.
Which was awful throughout the whole entire book. He eventually comes around, and it actually ends up being a love story with her.
Yeah.
But through the beginning of the book, it's just like, God, this kid is dense and kind of awful.
Oh yeah, no, he's the same way in the movie.
Dragging this in the book, she's injured. So,
yeah.
It's a very slow process of getting her back to his place so that he can present her to some other girl to try and marry.
Yeah, it's real rough. But it's exactly what happens in the movie.
Okay.
And the reason they get on the cloud is he has this candle that lets him essentially fast travel to a certain person or place.
Right, and that's how he got there to her in the first place.
Yep. And he has enough to get home.
Candle to get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Well, he had enough. So what he was going to do is they were going to trek back with her, and then once he presents her as the fallen star, he's going to let her use the rest of the candle to go home.
Yeah, so I found so in Wikipedia it says so they end up on the cloud. They're rescued by a crew of a passing airborne ship. The captain of the ship agrees to help them on their way back to the wall, hinting that he is part of a mysterious fellowship that wants to help Tristan for some unspecified reason. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And somehow
So that'll be interesting to watch the movie, and it's on Netflix, you said?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a fun movie. It's just
Well, now
like I
have
said,
something to watch.
it's just like I was like I never read the books. I don't know how close or whatever it was to it, but I'm like, this is very Neil Gaiman because it is that weird kind of odd.
Yes.
That's like a fun weird odd, but it's like it because it reminds me a lot of Nevermore. The way that was a weird little world next to a world that no one knows about, but is like right there. But it's pretty fun. Yeah, so that's that. Distracted.
Besides Hamilton, now I have to watch that.
Yep.
Oh, and I've been meaning to go watch the Dune. What was it? The 1980s? Well, the only Dune movie out.
Oh
You've
yeah.
never seen it?
I know I haven't seen it. I finally finished the first book a couple of weeks ago. Not a bad read, but kind of a slog of a book because it's more of a political drama than a like action adventure type book.
The movie is the same way,
Oh, I imagine it will be,
but without all the
but it'll just
droning monologue bullshit.
But it'll just be interesting to see what they kept in the movie because the book is long as fuck. And then obviously it was made in the 80s, so the CG and whatnot will be really weird.
I
A lot
can't
of
say that
practical.
the movie flows quickly.
No.
It doesn't. It's you know, I never read the book, but I'll tell you that if the book was long as fuck, which means, you know, sometimes means a slow read,
Yes.
the movie is very much the same.
All right.
If you watch the theatrical release, it is 136 minutes. If you watch the extended version of the television version, it's 186
There
minutes.
is.
Yeah, so there's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a
But you
lot of
gotta
shit
do
in
it.
there. A lot of shit.
Well,
Sting's
yeah,
in
I'll
it.
do Gotta do it. Read the book. Want to see how it compares.
Sting wears a future
Well,
diaper
Aside
thing.
from that, it's one of those iconic type, you know, movies that I think people should see,
Yep.
no matter how good or bad it may be, or you think it may be. Just one of those movies that people should watch, kind of like The List.
Yeah,
Well, that's why I'm reading a lot of these books that I'm reading now. So, like, I know Cody and I have discussed before the what's that one weird sci-fi series that I've been reading off and on. The
oh, yeah. The hell was that one?
yeah,
Not the last colony. What was the one you were reading?
no, it was the one that your one guy mentioned in his
Oh, what the hell is that book?
Hyperion. That's
Hyperion.
what it was.
Yeah.
Hyperion. Because, you know, you have a lot of sci-fi, you know, novelists who've, like, read those books, and they're like, man, these are, you know, these awesome books. So Hyperion and Dune, and I'm sure there's tons of other ones. Well, there's the Foundation I'm reading right now. They're good books, but, God, they're more political and expositional and more long-winded
Yeah,
than I was expecting.
Yeah, that's a lot of things about that sci-fi, which is what turns a lot of casual readers off of them, is they're so heavy-handed on certain things. It's like Ender's Game. Like, have you ever read Ender's Game?
I was going to.
I haven't, but I really do want to because I hear the book is amazing. I like the movie, but I hear the book's really the series.
The
is
book,
really good.
the first book is really, really good, but there's large chunks of it that are literally just political propaganda in a way.
Yeah.
And it's like, I kind of don't want this, but I understand because like you're trying to tie it to real world, so we know what they're kind of going through. Not that I've ever, you know, been a fucking space slave or whatever, but you know, like it's just like, man, this is sort of kind of rough to get through.
But my other problem with a lot of these is that they paint the future so differently than what we have in the present, and it's very hard to connect with some of the characters or exist in it, trying to envision what the world looks like because it is so alien to what we have. I like a lot of the books where
Anymore.
the characters talk like we do, like the Expanse.
Yeah.
It is not that far flung off from where we are now, but they talk like we do. They have an idea of, they kind of look like we do. They still drink coffee. They still have, stuff that we still have now. Whereas you read some of these books, like Hyperion was a really good example of that, where they said something and it's like, what the fuck was that thing that you just said? And they don't explain it right then and there. So you're just paging through stuff and they're mentioning these things. And it's like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, because if you explained it, I missed it. And I have no idea what's going on, or you haven't explained it yet, and so I have no clue what's going on.
Yeah.
And even into Foundation right now, like it's something that is like the characters so far don't use jargon or for the most part use stuff that isn't something that we use now, but instead that like their version of cursing, like saying "Oh my God," they say, "Oh my space," or
yeah,
they replace God with space.
Yeah, because the faith is
such a weird thing.
Yeah, because it's something
like here in the book every time that they explain it.
Yeah, because if I remember, I haven't read it. I haven't started reading it yet because I'm still powering through Harry Potter stuff.
Where are you in that? I'm curious. We'll come back to that though.
But like in Foundation, because like the whole thing is like, faith is not based on God, but faith is based on the like resources in life and space and some nonsense like that. Like it's really weird. Like his whole idea of like, it is not like this one, like God, like basically the religion around God has been disproven to not be real. So then these people created this other belief system for people to believe in. And I was like, hopefully I'll understand this when I read this book, but otherwise I don't know what this is about.
It's kind of, I would say it's more not like that. I was going to say it's kind of like that, but it's more actually not like that, at least the way I understand it. You still have like worlds. Basically the idea, the initial idea of it, I won't spoil anything for you, is that Earth this is like 1,000 or something years in the future, or something like that. Mankind has spread out throughout the known galaxy, and basically they've kind of got to a point where they're ruled by individual empires. So it's not even like democratic anything. We're suddenly back to empires, and these rulers are basically divine rulers. So basically, it's just passed down from generation to generation within their world. But there's this one guy that leads this area of study of philosophy, essentially, that has come up with this equation that predicts the fall of this empire within a couple of 100 years. And so the idea is that he wanted to get together a group of a large group of individuals to be able to make what is known as the Foundation. And it's basically an intergalactic encyclopedia. It's the accumulated knowledge of all of humankind, so that when the collapse of this empire happens, the Foundation can still exist. And in his calculations, if the Foundation doesn't exist, then there's 10,000 years of basically chaos and barbarism before humankind comes back again. But with the Foundation, that 10,000 years is reduced to 1,000 years.
So he's trying to create a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
But at some point in the novel, the Foundation people basically start setting up a religion based around science.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
And that is something that they use to their advantage in the book in order to get their way at one point.
Gotcha.
So I won't say any more about that. But yeah, I'm still going through it. It's not a bad book, but it's a very politically driven book with little bits here and there of action, and then just a lot more politics.
It's a heater, basically. One of those that's just set up to try and get you reading their message.
And I know this is a part of a series that he did. I don't recall how many. It was five books in the Foundation series.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be also interesting to see, because I know this will be on Apple Plus in the near future.
Apple TV Plus.
So it'll be interesting. Apple TV Plus. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with it and what type of show it is on there.
Yeah. That trailer looks amazing.
It seriously does.
Yeah, I was like, well, okay. Well, I'm sold.
There's definitely a lot of money behind it. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to read. As soon as I saw the trailer, I was like, well, that's the next book I'm reading. I want to know about it before I watch the first episode of the show.
Yeah.
How long are the books?
So the first book is the only one I really know about, and if I recall right, it's like 250 pages long. So it's not
a very
long book. I think the audio book is only 8 hours or something like that.
Yeah, they're not very long.
But it feels like a long book. I'm only 60% through it, or 60 or 70% through it right now. But it feels
255
like
pages.
255, yeah. It was one of those that I looked at. Because I just finished also. Crap, I can't remember what the last book was I read, but Dune was one of the previous ones, and that was like a tome of a book, or at least it felt like. And I didn't want to read something like that, but I ended up reading Foundation, not thinking that it would be like that, because it was only 255 pages. I'm like, oh, this will be a quick read. Nope, doesn't feel like it.
Boy, was I wrong.
Nah, bruh.
Yeah.
You in for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's those ones are interesting. And it's like there's a lot of speaking of sci-fi stuff, like modern day stuff, like the Old Man's War stuff by John Scalzi and stuff. Like it still has political stuff in it, but it's like he puts it more of like it's a mirror versus like a trying to explain it in a different way. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, this is what it is. This is going to feel more familiar because of it. But then I sci-fi it up where it doesn't feel like we're there, but it feels familiar. And I was like, it makes a little sense. But like when you're talking about like a Hyperion and stuff, I was like, well, that seems like something I'd keep hearing people talk about, but I don't think I want to watch or listen to or read or whatever.
Yeah. And speaking of Neil Gaiman and Audible.
Yes. Say it. Say it out loud.
Sandman.
Yes.
I don't remember if we talked about it before, but it is. I'm trying to find the release date for it. It is out very soon.
I'll let you find the date and then you can say it out loud. Full cast of like
website.
80 fucking people in it.
Because they're doing exactly what they did with Joe Hill's Lock and Key.
Yes, sir. Full on radio play style.
Wow, does Audible not have the release date on their website?
They do.
It just says pre-order free with 30-day trial. Stupid Audible. Let's see if Amazon's site says it.
Where's my wish list? Oh, Mr. Sandman, where are you at? Oh, not my wish list. It's not my wish list. It's not my... Is there a thing for pre-orders?
I don't know about on Audible. Or not Audible, Amazon. There probably is. It's probably in your purchases.
That's what I'm looking at. I don't see it in there.
July 15th. That's what
Yeah, what
Thanks.
day is that? Week from today. July 15th is?
July 15th is literally a week from today. Oh, guess whose birthday that'll
Yeah!
be? Happy birthday.
Thanks,
no.
man.
Too early.
It's me. It comes out on my birthday. Thank you, Neil Gaiman. Welcome, Cody.
I think he planned it that way.
I believe he did. He sent me a text. He said, hey, birthday, buddy. I was like, man, thank you 3 months ahead of time. Speaking of birthday gifts, I'm going to send you. No, it's fine. I don't want quarantine strippers. It's fucking gross.
Hey, look, I'm just saying.
But thank you for the
All
thought,
wrapped in
though.
baggies.
Quarantine hookers and blow?
I didn't want to throw up, but it might happen.
But you did.
I'm going to send you something that I really want to order, but I don't know if I'm going to do it or not.
Alrighty.
So is that a hint, hint, nudge, nudge?
No, I do not recommend you guys buying me a $150 collectible.
Yeah, it's not going to happen, don't worry.
But wait till you see what it is.
That's
pretty badass.
Awesome.
Right?
I'd
How
have to go check
amazing
out
is that?
My cassette copy of this
Yeah, buddy.
of their tour.
Did you see? If you scroll down, you can see the box it comes in. It's the display box, and it looks like the stage.
Nice.
Admittedly, for all 4 characters, $150 isn't that bad.
No, not at all. And they come with multiple instruments, multiple hands.
I love the jackets.
Oh, the jackets are fantastic.
Right? Just to let everybody know what.
Oh, yes, we
what
should
we're
tell
looking
them,
at
yeah.
Here. It's
Don't do it.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming out of their Shell Tour action figures.
Yes.
And it is
So for those who don't know,
You should fucking
after
know.
the first movie,
Second, I think.
Second movie, actually, I believe.
after the second movie, they decided to dress up 4 people and go on a world rock tour. So they wore not the exact costumes that they used during the filming of the Turtles movies, but
Very close.
I mean, they were pretty close to those, but they're like very kissed out, I would say.
Yeah.
Not like wearing makeup, but wearing like, stars and things on their face masks and whatnot. And they went on a world tour with they played music that was specifically made for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And
There's a making of for that tour, by the way, that I am going to watch.
Yes. Yo, you haven't watched it? It's been a while since I've watched it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I remember that they even showed up on, what was it, the Regis and Kelly show or whatever it was back in the day.
Yep.
To promote the
Regis
tour.
Kathy Lee.
Yeah, it's Kathy
yeah.
Lee.
And like I said, I got the cassette tape from Pizza Hut.
Yep, Pizza Hut.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, man. I want this really badly.
So you're going to buy it?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, like the more I talk about it, it's just more of a guaranteed I'm going to buy it.
I mean, I really don't see anything.
The only
that
shitty thing is it
presents
was
itself as a stopping point.
well, this is the problem. So originally it was supposed to be a Comic-Con exclusive from NECA. Clearly, Comic-Con's not happening.
Clearly.
So it's going to be a Target exclusive. And for anybody
wow.
who's tried to find stuff at Target reliably, it's fucking terrible.
And you can't order it anywhere else.
Right now,
Maybe you can .com it, though.
that's what I'm going to try to do, is try to do it on Target.com. Because trying to find stuff at Targets in a reliable time is just
It's impossible.
fucking horrendous. They should be ashamed of themselves of being a retail store.
Well, everybody loves to go there because nobody likes to go to Walmart, and that's what you get.
Unfortunately. But it comes out release the Thursday after next, so the 23rd. What is that? Yeah, the 23rd, July 23rd, for $125. You get the where is it? What do they call it? The Musical Mutant Tour.
Musical Mutagen Tour 2020.
Yeah.
Or, well, there's the Coming Out of Their Shells action figure pack, but then there's a separate accessory pack.
Yep.
Called the Musical Mutagen Tour 2020 accessory pack, which includes a shirt, a backstage pass, a tote, a ticket, and 4 guitar picks
That look like
that
pizzas
have,
on one side and their signatures on the other.
Yep.
I want both. I just want it so badly.
I want it, dude. Yeah, well, do it.
All right. And the last bit of business, which I sent to you guys earlier, is they finally released the release date of Ready Player 2, the sequel to the 2011 Ernest Cline book, Ready Player 1. And it comes out this year, which I pre-ordered.
Which was so surprising because he's already working on his next book, which is the title escapes me right now, and that wasn't slated until next year?
Something like that, yeah. So
but just to suddenly have like, hey, I finished Ready Player 2 and it'll be out this year, it was like, what?
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, yeah, I didn't know. It's weird. I was like, why? But okay, yes, give me. I will take. No matter what. You give me, I take. So I pre-ordered it, and then I was like, you know what I should do? I should pre-order the hardcover, have it, and then it dawned on me, guess what I don't own? A physical copy of Ready Player 1.
Yeah, neither do I.
So I bought one of those too. It shows up tomorrow.
Nice.
I was like, fuck it. I'm already getting it. Know what I mean? Let's do this. I'm trying to find where the other... Nope, I don't see it. I was going to say, I thought I saw another thing about another book he had, but it's just Armada, Ready Player 1, a short story, and then that's really it. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Ready Player 2 is coming out, and there's literally no description whatsoever
no.
for it at
just
all.
A bunch of accolades for Ready Player 1.
Yeah, and it just says, based on the... I saw a blurb, I think it was actually on Amazon when I was looking at it, which made me mad, because it's like... Where'd it go? I think it said something like the sequel to the best-selling book Ready Player 1, which was the inspiration for the Steven Spielberg hit movie or some nonsense like that. And I was like, that's the way you're going to say this? Like, that's how...
That's how they want to tab it? That's stupid.
I was like, get out of here.
Right.
Yeah, and it's like, when you go to... when you look at the I did some, some searching on it, there's almost no like information anywhere on the publisher's website or on his website or anything. The only thing I can glean is from the cover, which basically is like nothing because it's just stars in the background. But you see a little guy floating towards what looks to be a Zelda rupee in the O for the 2, and I was like, well, I don't care. I want it. So I pre-ordered it. Give it to me. And that's the Tuesday before Black Friday.
That's a terrible week.
Yeah. I was like, all right.
Or a good week to just give up on everything and read a good book.
Just quit my job and read a book. I already paid for it.
Yep.
Fuck it, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that was the big thing I saw today. And I was like, oh, shit. Let's do this. I'm ready.
Take all his money.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, go.
You take all my money. You open wide and take all of it. But yeah, anyways, that's all I got for today. There's some other news articles that I just closed out because we ain't got time.
Yeah.
We ain't got time for this shit.
Nah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nah. You guys got anything else? Anything you want to bring up?
Nothing of great importance.
Good.
No.
All right.
The trailer for The Boys season 2.
So actually, real quick on that,
today.
Did you see they're doing a short film about Billy?
Yes.
Billy Butcher and what he was doing when he was away, which will be part of season 2. So that'll be fun.
I'm okay with.
Fucking excited,
the more
man.
The merrier. That trailer was just more of the same craziness the first season was.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it.
Fuck yeah.
Later this year, September 4th.
Yep. Needs to get here soon. But not too soon. But like soon.
Not too soon. Fast, but not too fast.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Comes naturally. We are
Joe.
I am Cody. Today, again, we were joined by
Taj.
Hey, buddy. Anyways,
Hey.
That's it for this week's episode, everybody. As usual, you fuckers just came naturally. Ow!
Bye.